Welcome back. It's 8:09. You know, the most important December to-do list may not be related to shopping or parties, believe it or not. Paul Durso from Durso Capital Management is here to talk about what we should all put on our year-end to-do list. I don't think it's something we want to think about right now, Paul, but it's something we really should be and have to think about, right?
Yes.
He's the one to lay down the hammer on us. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so my first question is, why do we need to be thinking about our finances now? It's the holidays. So why should this be top of the mind?
Well, because this is the time of the year that we want to spend money.
Yeah.
So whenever you're in the mind frame of wanting to spend money, it's the time to bring in the discipline and hold back a little bit, or be responsible, I guess would be a good word to use.
Okay, so what should be on our to-do list?
Okay, we have a couple things. The top of the list is what's called a flexible spending account.
Okay.
Now, this is a great tax-free way of saving for medical bills or doctor visits. One of the benefits of this employer plan is it's tax-free. One of the downsides is you typically have to spend that money in the given year you save it.
Right, or what happens to the money if you don't spend it? You lose it?
You lose it.
Yeah, okay. And I guess you have to know how much to put in that spending account,
Well,
right?
there's limits, but the thing that you want to know is if there's any kind of balance in your account right now, find a reason to spend it.
Yeah, use it on medical, on
yes.
what you can use it for. Okay, so what are some of those categories that you have broken it down to?
So the next one is wealth.
Okay.
And you know, this is the time of year that we're always thinking about somebody else. Well, don't forget about yourself and your retirement. And it's a great time to look at your 401ks, IRAs, see if there's any extra room that you can save a little bit more money for yourself in your future.
Sure, okay.
And then the next one would be taxes. Now, one of my favorite things to do this time of year is grab my boys, and we do a little toy inventory.
A toy inventory,
yes.
okay.
And what we'll do is we'll figure out, you know, what toys that they're not necessarily playing with, which ones they are, and figure out which ones we should give away.
Okay.
Now, outside of the great benefit of teaching my kids how to give is you get a tax write-off, a deduction, and you have until December 31st of this year to get deductions for things you might want to give away this time of year.
So if you have like a Goodwill or a Salvation Army down the street from you,
yes.
a good time to do that and teach your kids a good life lesson
and
there
get the
as
tax
well.
deduction.
And get some of those toys that they don't play with out of the house.
Yes.
And also debt is also on that list, right?
Yes. You know, this is that time of the year where we want to spend a lot of money on other people. And the average family spends enough money that takes about 2.5 months to pay off the Christmas bill. Ooh. So be responsible, spend within your limits, and try not to create too much debt.
Okay. This last one is dream. What is that all about?
All right. This is my favorite thing to talk about with my clients. And we're talking, normally I'll talk about, you know, dream about your ideal retirement. But what we want to talk about here is what are some big things you might want to do and dream about, experiences you might want to have in 2016, and start planning for them now. Create a budget, you know, because dreams have costs associated with them.
Absolutely.
Sometimes. And what we want to do is make sure we can afford that dream.
Good advice there that we have to think about. Even if it's the holidays, you don't want to put yourself in a rut, right?
Correct.
And get in a hole.
Want to finish strong.
Thank you, Paul. Good stuff. Good tips there. We will be right back after this break. You're watching WBTV News this morning.